I'm gonna turn this down. Yeah, we're gonna get our groove on a little bit later on in the intuitive talks. Welcome in, beautiful unlimited souls. Elizabeth Maria Unlimited here. I'm just trying to get everything uh kind of situated. Okay, let's go ahead and get started in this fabulous day. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Spirit, for bringing us here. I'm going to go ahead and just clean. That's a good word. Clean. Cleanse the energy between you and me and we as we start today. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you. A little bit of sound healing. We are listening right now to all 9 of the solfeggio frequencies. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Great Spirit, for clearing the airwaves between you and me and we. So we can come together and be in this moment. I am so thankful always, guys. Oh, hey, I see some people on. Woohoo, I love it. So today, guys, we're going to get into it. We're going to start with a message from our ascended masters. And then we're going to go into a discussion that I have entitled, and I wrote it out in big letters in several different places. Oh, yeah. Why is there a war on drugs, but not on processed food? So that will be my spiritual discussion for the day. And then we'll just go from there. So let's get started with our Ascended Master reading. Thank you, Great Spirit, for bringing us together today. Thank you for showing us the way, what we need to see. What ascended message do you have for me? Oh, I love it. And this, guys, is honestly perfect. This week has been all about self-care. For me, it has been coming up in really everything that I've been doing. All of my downloads from Great Spirit have all been about self-care, put yourself first. And so it makes perfect sense that our ascended master today is Ushan. So Ushan is an African goddess of rivers and water. She helps women appreciate and enjoy their feminine beauty and sensuality. Both men and women can call on Ushan for help with their romantic life, increased attractiveness, and self-esteem. So any situation that, involves water or the flow of abundance. Excuse me, guys. Because remember that we're over 80% water, right? And so water is the true currency. So listen to Ushan. So this card, guys, comes to you as a sign that our bodies are thirsty for water, for pure water. So some symptoms can be fatigue, difficulty in concentrating, irritation, and excessive hunger. Like usually, if you get a hunger pain, 9 times out of 10, you just need to drink some water, right? And so bless the water before drinking it to give yourself a boost, a positive energy. Okay, and so some additional meanings for this card are wonderful. Ushan, the African goddess of rivers and waters, is to spend time near an ocean, lake, or river. You guys, like, I always just feel so calm. Even hearing the sounds of water can be such a soothing experience, right? Rainfall is significant. So this is a time, guys, where you can bless your own water. If you can buy a purifier, do it. Okay, let's avoid all of those chemical processed drinks, which is a perfect segue into my discussion today on the importance of whole foods, right? And so, God, Great Spirit, all of our ascended masters, Ushan, wants us to take care of our bodies. It's mind, body, spirit for a reason, right? So we gotta take care of this vessel. So this is also a time, guys, where you can really, think about trying to get your sweat on. Think of the water through exercise, which at the end of our intuitive talks, we'll get up and do a little bit. A steam bath, guys, I love my showers and bath rituals. Or some type of sweat lodge. Get that energy out. Get the sweat out. Get the sweat out. That gets the energy out. I love our message. Ushan, our wonderful African goddess of water. Okay, guys, so that was a beautiful message. I'm getting really hot right now. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Look at this. First, let's bless the water. Thank you, Great Spirit, for this water to nourish my mind, body, spirit. And then let's drink the water. Mm. Oh, man. Oh, man, that's some good water. Thank you, Great Spirit. Mm. I also have some tea, so I'm like gonna go from my H2O to a little bit of herbal tea. Mm, Oh man, that's good. Guys, before I start my spiritual discussion, I'm going to open the window because I'm just a little bit warm today. I'll be right back. Okay. Whew. Just feeling the beautiful energy today. I just got this beautiful amethyst crystal. Oh, and shout out to David Lyons down in Mississippi with his Grateful Orthodox Church for guessing amethyst right. So I love playing my Sunday Fun Day, guys. Yeah, so anyways, let's go ahead and get into the spiritual discussion. And I am basically going to just go as off cuff as I can. Whew, let's get started. Whew. I'm a 51-year-old woman, guys, and for the discussion today, I am wearing my animal print, and if you can see it up close, I'm wearing my Leo crown with crystals that my bestie Jackie Lyons gave me. I hope you guys can see it. And I'm wearing it to honor our beautiful animal friends that I would rather be friends with than eat. So, going into my discussion. Okay, guys, why I'm a whole food advocate. So, I believe that, I really came to my understanding of whole foods at a pretty young age and walked away from processed foods and mostly, meats and stuff like that at a very young age. I was probably about 13, um, and I just came to the idea that I did not want to eat meat. So for the first from I guess 13 until honestly, yeah, for like 30 years, I was a very strict vegetarian. And I say strict because now I don't like to have anything like too, strict in my life. So I say that I'm like 99% vegetarian. Whatever, I mean, I'm a world traveler and I've broke bread with many people and many different types of experiences with food. And so I like to stay open to all possibilities. But I am like 99% vegetarian and I cook all vegetarian. And so this is a solution based talk. However, I do have to go back to some of the statistics and talk a little bit about the problem until we can, get into the solution. So, some stats. Okay, this is according to the CDC. 76% of US adults have at least one chronic condition, with over half having multiple chronic conditions. And for me, the idea of a chronic dis-ease or a disease is actually a dis/ease of the body. So 76% of US adults have some form of chronic dis-ease of the body. Okay. According to the according to the US Food and Drug Administration, poor diet is the leading cause of mortality in the US. This is with more than 1 million. I mean, guys, more than 1 million annual deaths are linked directly to diet and directly to the chronic diseases caused by diet. Okay, so I started and I've been, researching and reading and I've long been a part of the food movement in many forms. I mean, I was going to Food Not Bombs and being a part of that like back in the 90s and so it's always been about vegetables for people. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Our mother Gaia has provided everything that we need here on earth, right? And so this is crazy. I mean, 1 million annual deaths linked to diet related chronic diseases. Okay, so now let's look at the rates of drug overdose deaths. The drug overdose deaths have declined. I mean, every year they decline for a variety of reasons. And according to Science Direct, the annual death toll is projected for this for 2025 at around 70,000. Okay? And so in 2025, we're looking at over 7 million annual deaths linked to diet related chronic diseases, where for drug related overdoses, we have 70,000. Okay. I mean, guys, I am not a mathematician, but 1 million? 70,000? What? 1 million. And so that's huge, guys. And so in my head, someone that has been really watching what our society chooses to focus our time and resources on, I'm like, why is it that we have this war on drugs when honestly there's only like 10% of the population that really is even doing drugs, and not a war on food, on processed foods, where millions of people are actually dying from processed foods, and not even 100,000 a year are dying from drug overdoses. So, I am someone that was raised in the thick of the drug war in America in the 1980s, right? And so all of this propaganda is going out about, say no to drugs, blah, blah, blah. And at the same time, not in the meantime, the same time, this is the rise of the low fat, no fat processed foods. Like, I mean, there's a reason, guy. There is a reason for all of this, guys. I like the phrase, it is not an accident, it is designed this way on purpose. We are in the middle of a spiritual warfare, and they are attacking our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. And so this is why I am a whole food advocate, because it is a way that I can have control over my own autonomy by choosing healthy foods to put in my body, and not the processed crap that is littered, and I will use the term littered, on our grocery aisles, right? Because that food is poisoning us. It is poisoning us, and it is killing us by the millions. So that is my rant about, the problem. Okay, guys. And again, I am a solution-based programming, or let's see, I create solution-based programming. There we go. So I don't want to focus on the problem too long. However, I do encourage everyone out there to do your own research on this. I mean, this is not just an issue affecting America, but this is a worldwide issue. Some of the, let's see, some of the worst foods in the world are processed meats, breakfast cereals, sugary snacks, sugary drinks, and sodas. And so, what do you do? Okay. So, if you're like me, I mean, you begin to look for the alternatives. Like I said, I began at a very young age being aware of what my body liked and didn't like. And my body at a very young age did not like meat. Now, that is not everyone's story. And I 100% honor everyone's story, everyone's food journey. And so, I'm not saying that you need to be vegetarian or vegan to get to higher stage of consciousness, or to be healthy, mind, body, spirit at all. But what I'm saying is that the processed foods that are being fed to us in our society are poisoning us. And so I believe that it is important for us to seek alternatives. So, what do some of those alternatives look like? Well, for me, I am someone who right now is living in a city. I do not have a lot of green space available. So I go to farmers markets. There's CSAs, I think that's what they're called, where you can, get organic vegetables. Sent to you, home delivered or whatever. And for those of you that are on EBT, I know that in Georgia, they have a program called White Wave, where you can go to farmers markets and they'll give you double the money on produce, on healthy produce with your EBT card. Okay. So, my history with food, I became vegetarian at a very young age, but really had no idea how to cook. And so I honestly, guys, for like the first 10 years of my vegetarianism, I ate like cheese sandwiches. I mean, that was pretty much it. So, two things from this. One, if you have a kid out there that all they will eat is cheese sandwiches, that oh, okay. Wait. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Oh, they're doing some kind of question and answer sticker, which would be really cool. And when I get someone to help me do these, I'll because I would love to be more interactive with you guys. But anyways, so where was I? Yes, food choices, healthy food choices. So my food journey has been that I have been a vegetarian on a very, very strict budget. And so I have always sought out ways to eat healthy on a budget. And so that is what I can bring to you guys and help you, if you're interested in learning how to feed yourself healthy on a budget and with a mostly, I'd say 99% vegetarian diet. So, and I will also say, guys, that I mean, man, like I'll say it a lot because it's true. My life ain't been no crystal stair, okay? I've gone up, I've gone down. I have lived in penthouses, I have lived under bridges. But what has stayed consistent has been my food choices. Okay. Just basic, healthy vegetables. I mean, I have literally broke bread with the freight train riders of America and eaten beans under bridges. Okay. And I ate the beans over eating the Mickey D's. Okay, I've been in penthouses and I've chosen to stick with my rice and vegetables over, I don't know, foie gras or whatever, because I'm not down with putting animals in no cages, you know what I mean? So, it's real beautiful to me as I was thinking about my own food journey, just how it has been one of the consistencies in my life. And I'm passionate about it. I believe in it. And guys, I probably, entitled this talk, why the drug war and not a war on processed foods, because I am also someone who has dealt with addiction, who has, I mean, gone up and down that scale too. And I've tried everything. I've tried everything and I've excessed on a lot of it. And I still have all my teeth. And I'm like pretty healthy for being 51 years old and like literally just doing it on my own and raising a daughter on a very limited income. I mean, I'm someone who benefited from EBT programs for a very long time. Okay. And I was still able to raise my daughter vegetarian. So, yeah, so that's I guess a little bit about, my food journey and what kind of got me to where I'm at today. I guess I really started cooking and moving away from eating cheese sandwiches when when I learned, well, actually the first book that I read was Back to Eden by Jethro Kloss, and I was about 20 years old and I was in Chicago, and my boyfriend at the time was working at a health food store and he brought that book home and I read it and I just learned so much about basic cooking, about nutrition, about what the body needs. And so that's the first book that I recommend to anyone that's really interested in the body. And Jethro Kloss was he was like a nutritionalist in the turn of the last century. And anyways, check it out, Back to Eden. So the second book that also had a huge impact on me was Vegan Vittles, and I don't remember the name of the author. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now if my computer will behave. Um, I wish see, this is when I wish that I could interact with you guys and be like, someone Google vegan vittles. So, let's find vegan vittles really quick. Okay. So, Vegan Vittles is a book by Joe Stefanak. Okay. So, guys, I encourage you to get this. I mean, I love cookbooks. I mean, I read cookbooks like people read fiction. And I love food. And the book Vegan Vittles, I literally cried in the introduction. It was so beautiful. I mean, it is an excellent book. And so those two books I read when I was in my early 20s, and they really helped shape my understanding of cooking, vegetarian, and yeah, just whole foods in general. And so why am I a whole food advocate? Well, today I believe that kids, I mean, they don't even know, first off, you can show they if you show a lot of kids a chicken nugget, they don't even know that it's actually comes from a chicken. And honestly, I don't even really think it does anymore, guys. And this is my YouTube channel, so I'm just gonna say what I want. But I mean, that's another reason why I really have moved away from any kind of meat because we do not know what they are putting in that shit. Let me tell you that America has always had what we call snake oil salesmen, right? We're going to sell you this, it's going to make you better or whatever. But I mean, all the while they're putting in all kinds of funky shit and they don't give a rat's ass because we are a capitalist society, so all they really care about is making the green bucks, right? And so, I mean, dude, they'll freaking sell you arsenic and say that, it's gonna help your hair grow. I mean, whatever, it just doesn't matter. So it makes me question everything. I mean, honestly, anything in a box, I question it. And not to say that I don't have boxes in my pantry, but just do your own research, guys. Just do your own research. And the more that you get in, I guess, energetic flow with what your body wants, it will let you know, man. It will let you know. Like, I mean, there's a reason why they have all that heartburn medicine because they want us to ignore what our body knows. It doesn't feel good, right? It may taste good for a minute because I think they put drugs in it or some shit, but I don't know. I mean, and honestly, I don't care, right? Because that's all the problem. But what I do care about is my body right here in this moment. And so I'm gonna drink my herbal tea. Mm. And I'm gonna eat my homemade granola and my homemade banana bread. I meant to like bring out some of my homemade granola to show you guys today. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go and run and get it right now. Because I love my homemade granola. I'll be right back. Okay. I wonder if y'all heard me coughing through my house. This is my homemade granola. And it's so easy, guys. And remember that cereals are one of the highest sugary, starchy, processed foods out there. And so I used, look at this. You see like that big clunk? So I use just oats. What did I put in this? Oats, maple syrup, coconut, a little bit of no, maple syrup, honey, pecans, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla. Mm. Oh man, it's so good. And if you put the honey I'll give you guys a recipe for this. Maybe I do a lot of like my cooking stuff on Instagram, so maybe I'll post a recipe. But look at this. Look at that nice little crunchy crunch. Anyway, man, homemade granola is easy. It is cost effective. You can have it as a late night snack. You can have it as a dessert. You can, I mean, you can add a little extra honey or whatever, make it sweeter. I mean, whatever. And it keeps for a long time. And again, it's cost effective. So this is one. Sorry, I just dropped the top. I was so excited. So this is just one of many recipes that you can do at home. And feed your kids homemade granola over like that sugary cereal. Anyways, we're about to move forward, but I did also, what else did I want to mention about? God, there's just so much about Whole Foods. I mean, I have been, just on my own food journey for so long, guys, and I love my crown today. This is my homage to the animal kingdom because, I love my animals and I don't want to eat them. I want to be friends with them. I got my fat robin outside and my squirrels and stuff. Anyways, guys, so the main point of all of this is listen to your body. It will tell you. And instead of trying to mask the symptoms, like, using heartburn medicine or whatever, just eat what your body likes. And for me, my body likes mostly vegetables, grains, I mean, keep it simple, right? So I do believe that this spiritual warfare is strategically focusing on poisoning our bodies. I believe that processed foods are a form of chemical warfare. And so it is up to us, the individuals, excuse me, to make that decision, right? Are we going to allow, a system to dictate what we can and cannot put in our bodies? Or are we going to grow foods and do our own thing? Now, if you're in a place where you can't grow foods, I mean, there's a lot of organizations out there. There's a lot of farmers markets, there's community gardens. As part of my advocacy, I have aligned myself with community gardens around the East Coast for summer programming. I've worked with children in South Carolina. I've worked at community gardens in St. Louis and Georgia. And the whole time, what I find when I visit one of these beautiful community gardens that I am sure are in your neighborhood right now is peace, community, happiness, different ages, skin colors, I mean, it's just a beautiful environment to come together and to, literally sow seeds. So I encourage everyone to get out into the community. Go to a community garden. If you don't have a community garden, build one yourself, okay? I know I've visited several libraries where, excuse me, I have that granola stuck in my throat. But I've visited several libraries where you can actually check out seeds. Like, how cool is that, man? And do like guerrilla planting. I mean, like, our roadways should be lined with fruit trees, right? Not chemically, sprayed, I don't know, flowers and grass. And so, like, it's up to us to take this back for ourselves, one community at a time. I really love what they're doing out in Detroit. I've heard about the urban gardens out there that are feeding whole communities, guys. I mean, this is the solution, right, to all that processed poison that is on our shelves. Okay, so anyways, that is That's my soapbox, guys. That's my soapbox. I believe in it. I am 51 years old. I have, just done a lot of friggin' shit in my life, but food and healthy food, home cooked healthy food, has been pretty much a consistent throughout my life. And I attribute it to my health. I attribute it to the reason why I'm still here. Honestly, one of the reasons: whole food and yoga. And that is why I also am an advocate for my dance yoga free flow, which we do at the end. Guys, I love whole food so much. I think I'm going to get some vegetables tattooed up my legs just to remind me how much I love my vegetables. I love my vegetables. So eat some vegetables today, guys, and take it easy. Love yourself. I just wrote a poem this morning, and I wanted to read it to you guys before I do our angel message and, finish this intuitive talk. So I've been really thinking about this idea of the page is the day, right? And as a writer, it really resonates for me, and it helps me to stay in, this 24-hour period and not get too far into the future or, get stuck thinking about the woulda, coulda, shouldas of the past. And so this is my poem to help us stay connected to the day and eat some vegetables. Okay. Today is a page. So, what energy will you embody when you're on that stage? Today is a page. So, what energy will your spirit feel as you waltz across that stage? Today is a page. It's a choice to fill it with gratitude or to fill it with rage. So remember, today is a page. We can use it to set us free or stay encaged. The choice is ours. It's simple, yet hard to see, which is why this Today is a Page melody. So stay in today because wait, let me start this one over. So stay in today because it's a page in the day, in the way we choose to rise once more and create an amazing page in your story of life on this world stage. Today's the page, guys. So what's it gonna be? Eat some vegetables and dance fancy free. Okay, guys. So let's move on to the next part. Let me see, Mama Ganesh. Oh, I love that. Yes. Ganesh helps me to overcome all of my obstacles. I've had this Ganesh, oh gosh, where I got it at a spiritual shop in Griffin, Georgia, about 6 years ago. So shout out to Griffin. Okay, guys, I'm going to cleanse the energy, get back focused. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you. And now for our angel message. Oh, we have so many beautiful guides and angels around us, guys. They want to help us. All we have to do is ask. Thank you, beautiful angels. What messages do you have for us today to help us light our way? Thank you. Oh, guys, I love it. Our angels today want us to be in a state of self acceptance. I just love it. And look how beautiful she is. Ah, okay, let me get here. Hold on. Look how beautiful. Self acceptance. Ah, and she has a crown on, and so do I. I love it. Okay. Guys, so you are making incredible efforts to heal and release habits and thoughts that once held you back. Guys, I mean, all of us are doing the work, putting in the energy to release those old patterns that no longer serve. So take a moment to look at yourself through the loving eyes of our angels and appreciate, guys, how far you have come. All the adversity that you have faced, all of this has helped shape you to become the beautiful soul that you are today, guys. I just love it. Our angels see us as our perfect divine self. And so see yourself this way, guys. If your confidence has dropped on any level recently, or you haven't been as positive as you'd like, then change it now. Rate this moment by giving yourself credit where it's due, okay? Maybe you've been discovering that negative talk and thoughts aren't working for you. Well, hey, if it's not working, then try something new. So, to get started, guys, just try giving yourself a little bit of leeway and a little bit of time, okay? Rome was not built in a day. We are working to release energies long stuck in our bodies from generations, from eons ago. So be gentle and accept exactly where you're at. Your angels are here to help you to build that self-confidence back up, guys, because oh my God, we are all worth it. We are worth it. Thank you, Great Spirit. Ah, I'm just loving it. Okay, guys, so now we are going to move into the ending of the day, or the day with me, intuitive talks. And guys, I've been doing this dance yoga. This is what I call it: dance yoga free flow. I keep on looking at my crown and I feel like it's just, I love it so much. I hope that y'all can see it. Anyways, I've been calling it dance yoga free flow, and basically because it incorporates dance yoga and you get to free flow. And, really, this is a practice that you can begin to use with intention by focusing on one or two main yoga poses. And so for today's lesson, or not lesson, or just, I mean, it's because it's my lesson too. I'm creating this as we go along, guys. For today's dance yoga, we're going to focus on our root chakra and our sacral chakra. So let's just move over to the yoga mat. I'm going to take off my shoes, have one more sip of water. Before we get started, let me get some music on. Okay. Let's turn this music up and let's get into it. Okay, little computer. My little computer that could. Let's get to dancing, guys. Okay. Come on, little. Okay, guys. So for today's dance yoga free flow, we're going to focus on the root and the sacral chakra with two poses. So the first one, let me get this down so y'all can, okay? So the first pose that we're going to use is the mountain, okay? And then the second pose that we're going to use is going to be goddess. And so we can incorporate the mountain and the goddess into our dance yoga free flow. So let me turn this up. And we're going to get started. We're going to flow a little bit together. So we got mountain, mountain, goddess, mountain. Any variation you want to do, guys? It's all about getting into the flow. So much love. Mwah, and light. Bye.